Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Cryptid review show.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm your host, Eric Gagnon. I'm joined by a very special guest.
Paige Crothers from LHP.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I am ready to review some Cryptid. I'm going completely blind. I do not know what Cryptid we are reviewing.
Good. That's just the way it works here on Cryptid Review Show, as all my loyal friends know.
Disloyal friends wouldn't know, obviously. They don't watch the show.
Yeah, obviously. How do you feel about frogs?
I like them. Really into frogs lately. Pictures of frogs, memes of frogs, drawings of frogs. Haven't seen any real frogs for a while because it's cold outside.
Yeah.
I'd like to see a real frog. Maybe they'll come back someday, yeah.
Someday, some year. Perhaps my grandchildren will see them.
Yeah. Well,
I'm going to satisfy the frog need. For this episode,
Nice.
We're covering the Loveland Frogmen.
The Frogmen.
The Frogmen.
Oh, okay.
It's a
All
great
right.
band
All
name.
right. It is a good band name.
All right.
Loveland Frogmen. The Loveland Frogmen. We cover the Beatles.
That's all they do.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, Loveland Frogmen. Pretty popular as far as cryptids go.
I haven't heard of them. Well, I think you've mentioned it before, but I don't know anything about them. Where is Loveland?
Loveland's in Ohio.
Oh,
Yeah.
from Ohio.
Frog.
Nothing to do in Ohio except
well,
for come up with cryptids.
Come up?
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they defined them.
Yeah.
These very real creatures we're talking about here, except for Champ, of course.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I was wondering, how long into this episode before he mentions Champ? How long in this episode before he tries to start beef with me? You come into my home state and you start saying stuff like, Champ's not real, Earth is round. I don't know, man. I don't know. What's next?
5 minutes.
All right.
We won't open that can of worms for today. Maybe another episode. We'll revisit Champ.
I have to regain my honor.
Yeah. The honor of Vermont. Let's start with the Frogmen, shall we?
Yes, absolutely. Frogs.
So, our story begins 1955, May.
As all good stories do.
Of course. In Ohio, along what's called the Miami River. Nowhere near Florida.
In Ohio.
In Ohio. Near the small town of Loveland, Ohio. Let me set the scene for you. It's cold. It's 3:30 a.m. A businessman is driving down the road, all by his lonesome. This is when he sees several entities. They're described as being 3 to 4 feet tall. They have leathery skin and webbed hands and feet. Their most defining characteristic is the frog-like heads. This man sees them while he's driving home. Big old frogs. Small men, big frogs. That's how we do it here on the Cryptid Review Show. They're described as frog-like or reptilian, leathery skin, all the fun stuff. Just as the man is leaving, however, after watching them and observing them for a few minutes, one of the frogmen raises what can only be called a wand above its head and emits sparks out of the end. So
is he driving along and they're like crossing the road, or?
Well, he's driving slow because it's like 3:30, and I think he sees them kind of on the side of the road.
Okay.
So he kind of stops and watches them. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
I'm surprised you didn't really comment on the wand, but.
Wizard frog.
Wizard frog. Yeah, that's the only time that's ever talked about.
The wand?
Yeah. Yeah, they just kind of mention it in passing. No one else sees it.
Wait, so did anything happen after he emits sparks from the wand, or you just...
They ran away.
They ran away.
Yep. They, I think they slipped into the Ohio River. The Miami River. Just so many rivers. Jesus Christ.
Maybe it was just a sparkler. Maybe he and the boys were just going out lighting up sparklers.
Me and the frogs.
Yeah.
Just lighting up sparklers. Maybe it's just a just smoking a stogie. There's a, you know how you always see frogs with like the big,
of course,
cigars in their mouths.
Yeah.
That's like a thing that they do, right?
Yeah.
It's a frog thing. Anyway, that's the last people see of it for, like 22 years.
So it's just like one sighting in 22 years, just like it was
Sorry,
one
not
guy
22.
saw it.
17.
17. Weird though.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any kind of like copycat sightings.
No, not until March 3rd, 1972, at 1 a.m. This time, an unnamed police officer, he's unnamed for various reasons,
Ooh.
probably because he doesn't want to be known as the frog guy.
I want to be known as the frog guy. Not gonna lie.
It's like when you're walking down the street.
Yeah, there's a few
They're
things
like,
I'd be okay being
"That's
known
Paige. That's the frog gal.
as. No, she's the frog guy.
She's the frog guy.
And I know a guy. You need frogs, I got frogs for you. Okay.
That's the one
Sorry,
who's seen
continue.
the 3 to 4 foot frogs. Yeah, so he's driving along. It's an icy winter day. He's driving slowly at 1 a.m. When he thinks he sees a dog in the road. He slams on the brakes so he doesn't hit it. But at this time, the creature that he saw stood on its 2 back legs, and the officer saw what appeared to be a frog-like man. The frogman has returned. This is a very short sighting. As soon as it runs over to the side of the road, scrambles across the guardrail, and disappears into the Ohio River.
Miami.
Nope, this one's the Ohio River.
This one's the Ohio River.
Different river.
Okay. No, I see how you were.
Yeah, that's why I got confused.
Okay.
Only 2 weeks later, a different cop saw a similar creature. However, this time, he got out of the car, and when the frogman got on its 2 legs, he fired at it with his revolver.
Like any good officer does.
Yeah, he's clearly in danger there. Although, I don't know.
That's a pretty fucking weird thing.
Yeah, if you saw like a giant frog on 2 legs.
If I had a revolver, maybe I'd shoot at it.
Yeah, I probably would.
But like, partially just so you could like take the body home and be like, what the fuck
one of the
is
reasons, he talks about one of the reasons he shot at it was kind of like to back up his friend's story.
Oh, yeah.
It's also like the 70s, so
yeah.
I don't think they really had like tasers.
So,
yeah,
the first police officer, he just kind of told his buddies at the police station, was there like in the newspaper about any of this, or was it just like kind of between
I assume
like,
there was
guys?
probably some small local news probably picked up on it. But other than that, it wasn't really a huge media sensation.
Okay.
Unlike some of the other cryptids.
Yeah.
No, this is more of a small time dude.
Yeah.
It is just like a big frog. So.
No, I don't like it. It's probably better that they don't publicize it too much, because then people will just start saying that they saw it.
Yeah, I can't believe someone would lie about that. At least like if it's like something cool, I think it's more likely people will lie about seeing it. But like a 3 to 4
I think
foot.
the frogman's pretty cool.
I mean, like. I guess
there's
classic.
not that much else going on in Ohio.
Yeah, that's probably true. You can go for a dip in the Miami River. Yeah, so this other cop sees it 2 weeks later, shoots at it. The animal, evidently he missed because he didn't kill it. It kind of just watches him. He was also pretty startled by this frog, but it watches him as it like slips over the guardrail and escapes. It doesn't mention which river it goes on, Miami or Ohio, which is really upsetting. I hoped it would be a different river.
Yeah,
just to confuse things.
The Vermont River.
Oh yeah, it could have been like
Toronto
the California River.
Kansas River.
Paris River.
Wow.
Paris River, Ohio. Yeah, and that's the same cop would later rescind his testimony.
The one that fired at it?
Yeah, saying that it's probably a normal animal with either wet fur, or it could have been some kind of escaped reptile from someone's like aquarium. and that it didn't. He makes it clear that it actually did not walk on two legs.
It didn't walk on two legs.
That's what he says in his later recounting.
But in his first testimony, he said it did.
Yeah. So it's a little suspicious.
A little weird.
So either he's
How
remembering.
How close was he to it? Because I think
he was somewhat close.
No.
It was only they were both like on the road.
Yeah,
so.
And I guess it was late at night, but you know if it was on two legs.
And he had like his headlights. He said his headlights also like blinded him, so he couldn't see it that well.
Okay. Yeah.
So there's some reasoning, or maybe he doesn't want to be known as the guy who saw the frog.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
maybe the magazine men made him rescind it. That's probably more likely.
That's true. Maybe they're like, hey, you want to turn into a magazine? He's like, no, I don't. He's like, why don't you rescind that little tale? Because he's actually one of the only people that's named in the wiki I read.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That guy?
So, makes sense that they'd go after him first.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Strike again. Maybe they'll try to take down this video. Anyway, yeah, it's not seen again until 2016.
This one doesn't like have like a pattern. I feel like it's just like it just randomly pops up every once in a while.
But this 2016
good
one
at hiding themselves.
Kind of interesting. See, my Sam Jacobs and his girlfriend in Cincinnati. They're playing Pokemon Go, but they're in like the city of Cincinnati. So, and there is some video evidence. Maybe I'll play it for video now. Or maybe I won't. We'll see. But most people see it as a hoax just because of the location and like it's 2016. You can edit videos now.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows what they saw on that day in Cincinnati? I was gonna say like that cold day, but it could have been warm. I don't know. I don't know when it was.
Well, it seems like the frogmen come out more when it's cold. Which is kind of weird because frogs hibernate, don't they?
Yeah. They like live in the mud.
Maybe all the frogs that live in the mud during the winter fuse together to form several larger frog men. If they have to go out during the winter and do something.
Yeah.
But they very
what
rarely
would they have to do? Go to the store? You know?
They need
Christmas shopping.
Go Christmas shopping perhaps. They need to pick up some cigarettes.
Never come back. Frog dad left for cigarettes. Never came back.
Oh, he's coming back. He's coming back. Maybe they needed to borrow some equipment from UVMtv.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's where all our chairs went, dude.
It was taken by the frogs. I'll show you a few pictures of the frogmen now.
Pictures of the frogmen. Gross.
Yeah, that's a really gross version. That's a more like goofy.
That one looks like a lizard. Yeah. He's kind of vibing.
They describe some of them as like lizard-like.
That's from the video, right?
That one's kind of spooky looking. This is a great T-shirt. I want this T-shirt.
Yeah,
so
you should get that T-shirt.
I love look at him. Look at that frog.
He's cute. He's got
he's just a friendly little guy. That's her eyes. That's just a guy.
Yeah, I heard that's just a dude.
That's apparently the Frogman. A few artist renditions. Yeah.
So it's not like a very set consensus on exactly what it looks like, but it's frog-like or lizard.
But like they have a pretty decent idea, which is more than a lot of cryptids. Yeah.
It's not super variant on the size.
There's another one. That one's really goofy.
Photoshop frog.
Well, I mean that's obviously not a real picture.
Really? You don't think it's a real picture?
Well, okay. When you said Photoshop, I was like, you don't
I was like, it's not like a drawing. It's like a weirdly Photoshop.
It's just a tall frog. That one doesn't have a wand.
Yeah, what's with the wand? I need to know about that wand.
Now that we know a little bit of the history of the Frogman, let's see some of its place in popular culture.
Ooh.
Because it does have a place in popular culture. it gained a lot more attention after the 2016 sighting. Got a spot on local Ohio TV news.
All you can ever ask for.
When you get that, you've basically made it. Once you make it to local Ohio TV news. Yeah, so it got a lot more attention there. Kind of put it back in the spotlight for cryptids. It's kind of like the cryptid of Ohio.
Okay.
There's a song written about it.
There's a song written about it? Aww.
Yeah.
It's kind of cute.
By a band called Old Sweater, an Atlanta-based group. Wrote a song about the Frogman titled Loveland Frogmen. I'm gonna listen to that song.
Yeah.
You can listen to it at the end.
I don't know if it will be copyright infringement.
Yeah, I'll listen to it. I encourage you to go find it. Well. Loveland Frogman. Watch him wand. No. He's got a wand. I hope they mentioned the wand.
Yeah.
Had an episode on the podcast Camp Monsters, which from what I can tell, I don't know much about it, but it seems like a better version of this show.
A better version of this show? I don't know about that. I think the fact that it was featured on Cryptid Review should make this pop culture list for future reference.
Oh yeah, anytime anyone else talks about
this
cryptids.
Should be featured on local Ohio news, actually.
I don't want to be like
okay,
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
I don't
a bit
want to get
much.
ahead of myself. I just really...
You got a little excited there.
Yeah, it's just my dream, so...
I just want to be on Ohio news.
Really embarrassed myself this time.
Yeah, don't slip up like that again. Or you could be on the show. Finally, there's a fictional version of the Frogmen in James Renner's The Man from Primrose Lane. Apparently it's a mystery novel.
Okay, mystery novel with cryptids. I kind of vibe with that.
I don't know if it I really didn't look into it much. I don't know if it plays like a central character or if they just mention it. I hope it's a central. I hope the frog.
It also kind of be
it.
funny if they just mentioned it though. Like it doesn't have anything to do with anything.
Well, they could have been
it was the Loveland Frogmen. It was just what? It's like never mind.
This detective's driving through the town and they see a sign Loveland Frogmen. What a crazy world we live in.
And then his car hits one.
He's like, oh! It's got a wand!
Fuck, he's got a wand.
Get down! He's like, read it.
Scully, you're not going to believe this.
Chief, we got a problem. Oh man, that's going to be my show for next year. It's going to be like a detective show about frogmen.
Oh yeah, no, you should do like a noir show, but like...
Put the magazine in.
But yeah, something like that ties in with this.
I'd love that.
Or at least an episode of this that's like sort of the X-Files.
I'm gonna
Maybe
do that one day with Champ,
X-Files.
I think.
Can I be in it?
What?
Can I be in it?
Oh yeah, I was banking on you being in it. But yeah, I'm actually gonna go down to the water maybe.
Yeah, I think we talked about this.
Yeah. So.
Frickin' Max. I'm out if Max is in. I'm just kidding.
Damn it.
Just kidding.
Sure. All right. Now for our last section on some theories of the Frogmen.
Well, I stated my theory pretty early on that all of them.
Oh yeah, they're all just like a collection of frogs.
Yeah, because one frog goes out in the middle of winter, it's just gonna freeze. But like, if there's a bunch of them, maybe they can fuse together, and the power of friendship will keep them warm enough to go to the store.
Like penguins.
What they need to get, yeah.
And they all get in a big group.
Yeah, that's how penguins
frogs,
work. Yeah.
Except they also become one. They don't become one giant penguin, unfortunately.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. Like,
I've seen Happy
emperor
Feet.
Penguins are pretty big. They're like as big as the
Doesn't mean
frogmen.
there's multiple.
How do you know it's?
There's a bunch of very small penguins.
Okay, so if Antarctica was warm, maybe the penguins would just be smaller and there'd be more of them.
So there'd be like birds, like normal birds.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Good. That's an interesting theory.
Except, wait. I already established that I don't think birds exist. Wait, no. Antarctica, they probably are mostly real there. Maybe there's a few drone birds there, but I think most of them. Yeah, most of them.
They wouldn't use
there
penguins either way.
Most of them there are probably
Unless
pretty real because there's
maybe
no
they're looking
electrical
for-
wires for them to be
Well,
charged
looking
on.
for submarines under the water.
Oh,
Be a pretty bad system, but
see, I didn't really think about that though.
anyway, another mystery for another day.
Yeah, I'm getting a little off track.
A little bit, not much, but a little bit. So that's one theory that they're all just a single frog group. A few other theories suggesting that that the frogmen never existed. I'm sorry. It's okay. Please come back. First of all, there's no relevant folklore in the area amongst any of there's no Native American folklore, which you'd probably see if there was a creature that lived there for a long time.
Like Champ, there's native folklore that talks about Champ.
All right, if you've watched my episode, you know that that's basically not true. Anyway, yeah, I've covered it.
Okay,
I do my research.
I'm gonna do my counter research on that one.
Good luck.
Come on, Iroquois tribe, help me out here. Back me up.
Please, I need this. And the other one is the second cop's approach is that people are just mistaking it for a wet dog or something, or maybe a short homeless man wearing leather.
I think that one's a little bit. I don't know about that one.
Well, I just thought about that one. I mean, you never know. It could have been just some guy.
So that first policeman that was
He could
unnamed.
have been dressed up like a frog. We've all been there.
Oh yeah, that phase where you just go out dressed up as a frog.
Oh,
sometimes. The second
that's
policeman,
little Jimmy.
I can see. I think he was maybe a little skittish because he heard the story, and then maybe there
Oh,
was something
yeah.
there. We need to rate this baby, don't we?
Yeah, that's the last step. What would you rate it?
I
really like this guy.
I like him. I
think
just kind of wish there was more sightings, you know?
Yeah,
I just wish I had more to work with him.
I like him though because he's just kind of really goofy.
Whoa, it's a timer, man.
Alright, I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah.
We're almost done. Yeah, I think he's really goofy. He's
kind of fun.
I like the wand a lot.
He's just a chiller, you know. He goes around with his wands.
He's literally just vibing.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 would chill with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
He's not into any
malicious.
Drama. Yeah, he doesn't get into drama. No. I respect that.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a solid 8.
Solid 8. I really just wish there was more to work with those. It's kind of hard. It's kind of.
Well, I mean, that kind of goes with the territory. You know, he's out of the spotlight.
Out of the spotlight. Yeah, it's respectable. He's not trying to get in the media. Besides, I mean, he got picked up by Ohio local news, but it's not like he was trying too hard.
Yeah, I mean.
Do we do points? Do we do?
I do 8 out of 10. Just out of 10 range.
But can I do 7 or 7.5?
Yeah.
7.5
Oh
ish. Yeah. Maybe I'm just being too influenced by you. I would say 7 or 7.5 for this guy.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, that's too much. That was too much.
Yeah, that was like a 9.
Okay, how'd you stop it?
You hold that. All right, that was good. So you want to acknowledge that you did good, but you don't get the full Monty.
Yeah.
That's a word people use.
I feel like I just need a little bit more pizzazz. I need to know him a little bit better before I commit and give him that much. But
maybe if we head
he's
down
a real
to Ohio,
yeah,
you can find him.
I think we should take a club trip to Ohio and try to find him.
All right.
He might be a harder one to find, but it would be very rewarding.
Oh yeah. I mean, Champ would probably.
Loveland Frogmen, if you're out there, if you're watching,
if you're on the Ohio news,
hit me up.
We can hang out.
Comment below. DM the Instagram. I don't know, man. I'm trying to chill.
What if
What if we
came
chilled?
over and we just chilled? just kidding.
We meet every Thursday, 7 p.m.
Yeah, come to the meetings.
Come to
You
meetings.
can get your
just
own show.
chill. Yeah, it's
no
chill,
Ohio local news, but I think it's pretty good. Would you like to plug your show?
I work on LHP. I don't know if Allie plugged it last time.
She did,
I can't really remember.
There's never enough plugging.
We don't have any Loveland Frogmen right now,
Right
but
now.
we've got plenty of other fun shit.
Next episode.
Like our most recent episode with the shower guy.
Shower guy.
I don't know what to say about it. It's funny. Watch it.
Watch it.
It's funny.
Hey, watch it.
Or the magazine men will.
Oh yeah.
And the Snallygaster.
All of them. Spirit Moose. Flatwoods.
Okay, now we're just getting a little aggressive. Now we might get our video taken down
No.
with threats.